Now, the election's credibility is already being questioned by some opposition parties. Many Darfuris, who comprise 20% of the population, are dismissing the polls as a sham, citing ongoing atrocities in Western Sudan. Despite the boycott by major opposition parties, Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir has proceeded with elections, but according to Darfuris here in Washington, his vote is illegitimate. Mohamed Yahya heads an advocacy group for Darfur called Damanga.
People of Darfur are against it. They said no to these elections because this is not democracy, because democracy would not endorse criminals to run for presidency in Sudan.
The European Union pulled its observers out of Darfur ahead of the elections, citing violence. And the International Crisis Group released a report accusing Mr. Bashir and his government of manipulating the census results and voter registration to its favor. For that reason and others, Niamat Ahmadi of Save Darfur Coalition says there was no point to register or vote.
The condition that can allow the Darfuri people to vote did not exist or does not exist currently in Darfur. The security situation is worsening, the attack is still ongoing, and they don't have candidate to vote for.
Darfuris have held many demonstrations in Washington protesting against Mr. Bashir, who has been indicted by the International Criminal Court for crimes against humanity in Darfur. Mr. Bashir has refuted the accusations. Fighting in 2003 between government-backed militias and Darfur rebels has displaced an estimated 2 million people and left more than 300,000 dead, according to the United Nations. Some of the opposition parties that pulled out of the election cited ongoing atrocities in Darfur. But U.S. Special Envoy to Sudan, Scott Gratian, expressed confidence.
The elections will start on time and that they will be as free and as fair as possible.
Some top U.S. officials voiced concern over the credibility of the elections, but they have not called for postponing the vote. Yahya says he is disappointed in the U.S., President Barack Obama specifically.
He came in the election time saying that for genocide is a stain on our soul, a stain on our faces. We should stop it. And right now, President Obama is silent.
Several peace deals have been signed between Mr. Bashir's government and Darfur rebels, namely Justice and Equality Movement and the Liberation and Justice Movement, to end the crisis in Darfur. However, the peace deals signed in Doha were not finalized before the elections as was expected.
It wasn't taken seriously because they just signed the framework agreement for ceasefire, and the next day al-Bashir launched large-scale attack on Jabal Mara in the first week of March, which she killed about 400 people and 100,000 people were displaced. So as long as the ceasefire is not being maintained, we don't consider that peace process will succeed.
Mohamed Yahya fears the worst for Darfur if Mr. Bashir wins the elections.
So many other rebel groups, they refused and rejected this deal of Doha. They rejected this election, and they will fight against government Sudan. And that means fighting will continue. And that's very sad news for people of Darfur.
Now, President Omar al-Bashir is expected to win an easy re-election in Sudan. However, he has promised the elections will be free and fair.